And just like that, we're back. Welcome to ACryInShame, and the Long Drain Divided team presents Factorio Mega Base Build Square One. Well, not Square One at this point. We're kind of a little deep into it. But anyway, you get the point. I'm ACryInShame. This is the Long Drain Divided team video, and we're making Mega Base from Factorio. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. And if there's anything that you don't like or need to comment about, you know where to make your comments. Somewhere else. No. So leave them down below and we'll get back to them or comment on them as soon as we have time and is able to do so, which, I mean, usually, and so far, I haven't really had too much issue replying to comments of said mistakes I've made in the past. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to do a side setup here. So these two are going to go to the side, that'll go over and down like that. Do that. That side load off, and then the splitter. There we go, cool. So that'll make it on both sides of the belt. It'll take a little bit for it to catch up with itself. So that should be a lot more. And how's our power? Doing just fine. So good thing I did make it all there at the 20, because we'd already be needing more power if I didn't put a whole another 20 down. So that's good. As far as this is concerned, I mean, we're doing pretty well, other than the iron pack down here with coal next to it. Now, here's what I was thinking as well. I was thinking of doing modular setups. I mean, I've already mentioned that already. But actually setting up with that, if we have an iron pocket next to a coal pocket, just to actually use steel furnaces in order to actually smelt everything in one location. So, we might end up doing that. So, a lot more coal ore coming through. So we're just going to need some steel and work on getting ourselves some electronic furnaces. I'm going to dedicate at least a few of these to producing more steel for our setup. Because steel is one of the things that need to be produced for Science Pack 3s. So I figure if I complete this line here, probably chomp through a lot of steel, a lot of iron on its own, and in general should help us out. So, go ahead and remove these guys, move this down, and get rid of the iron ore and copper ore that is currently in my inventory. Alrighty. 2, 3, 6. I have 2 more. Alright, so yeah, there, and there. Do input, oh, you're in the way, output. There we are. That should produce a lot more copper now. Definitely more condensed. Alright, so I think that's the copper issue solved, at least for now. Let's check out how steel's doing. That is trickling. And it seems like plastic's also trickling. But we're getting some Science Pack 3s produced, at least. And everything else seems to be okay. We are going to need more furnaces producing steel. That is for sure. I haven't really checked yet, but we should be able to see whether or not the copper production that we set up is actually enough for what we need to do. And it seems that it is. Well, for the most part, anyway. It seems here is where it cuts off. Like, a lot of it's coming down here for this section. Oh, no, that's stopped for now. It's coming down, so that's all empty, so we are going to need more. Because that's a lot of copper being used by that section right there. But that final piece is using a lot of copper. So we're going to need to go ahead and create more electric furnaces, more stone brick. Come on, stop moving. And more steel. I know I need to do... No, this is the separation. Right, this is the separation setup. I want to do the separation setup. I want to have them condensed more. So I will have to redo this as well, it seems. Up and my steel pick broke. Just having one of those days, eh? Just messing everything up. Alright, so starting from over here. I'm just going to cover the whole thing. It's fine. I got plenty of these setups to work with. It's not a big deal if I add some extra power poles. There we go. Don't know if I actually added any extra on there or not. Well, I did make some, so... Actually, you know what? That worked. That actually might quicken the pace a bit. So output, output, output. Still lined up. This one needs an output here as well. So I'll go ahead and... Nope, not iron chest. Nope, not... Stop! Ah! Darn it. Do not want to make an iron chest. Steel chest, please. Because I could use it for other things. Alright, so go ahead and make a steel chest. These are all producing steel. They all seem to have some sort of output. Right. So go ahead and just line them up. Even though it's going to be wonky and weird and look strange, but they're all suitable outputs. I mean, they are outputting correctly. Believe it or not. Can't complain too much about it. And for iron, let's go ahead and throw these in here so they can get out of my inventory. For the coal, do the same thing here. And copper. Stone is fine. So we're maxing out the iron output, even though we've majorly upgraded our steel production. It still isn't really chewing through our iron at the moment. So that's good to see. I'm going to need some inserters. So I should be able to grab them down there. Yep, fast inserters. I can just slide that right across. Do the same over here. So they'll produce, like, throw as much iron in there at once at a time because of the extra inserters. More steel. So we're going to fit 3 more. So after those 3 are done, this is the full steel setup for now, and I think that should be enough for what we're doing. But who knows? We are going to be doing trains soon, and trains do need a decent amount of steel. I don't think there's ever enough iron or ever enough steel in Factorio. You just always need more. Just need to keep making more. Alright, so we are producing, and that's, you know, getting to the point of no backlog at the moment. But it's fine. We are producing a lot more steel than we were before, which is higher production for Science 3s. Yeah, look at that. Look at that Science 3s building up. So that means we can start focusing on actually creating our train. Now, if I can come over here and grab these pipes, which I was creating there, I can then put this down right here and have this be an engine creation. Now, I also want gears, so let's go ahead and make a bunch of gears. Grab some iron. Whole lot of iron. It's like full compression on the belt. Is it really? Let me grab all this. I think that's full compression. Look at that. That's crazy. Full compression output. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's place down a few of these guys. They're going to be making engines for me. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And the gear wheels, so I'm going to go ahead and create a whole bunch of gear wheels. And steel. So steel, come to Papa. Alright, now there's going to be a whole bunch of engines, because we're going to need them. We're going to be creating all kinds of trains in the long run, so more engines, the better. Look at that. That is awesome. Now we're not through putting to red at this point, because we haven't upgraded all of these to steel furnaces yet. But it's definitely something to do in the near future, and we can start working on it now if we really wanted to. But I don't think it's necessary to be working on that. I mean, iron production is perfectly fine at the moment. Steel production is rather slow, as you can tell. These guys take so long to produce anything. What's the recipe? The recipe is 17.5. And at double that speed, so we're looking at about 9 seconds, a little under 9 seconds per piece of steel. Plus I am pulling some of this, like there should be, you know, another 20 or 30 on the line that I am pulling. So it's always something to consider. Not including the ones I put in here, right? 8. So we can probably make a car right now, so go ahead and let's make a car. We'll tag that to the belt so we can use it later. Alright, so that's all looking good. Next thing we're going to work on is actually, I want to max out our build setups for our copper and iron ore. This way I don't have to worry about coming back and setting up later, like coming back and adding more to the line, you know? Let's go ahead and do that, and then we're definitely think about getting that iron out there in the wilderness. Oh, need more iron anyway. Because getting that iron out there that's in the wilderness all by itself would definitely help in just having massive iron input. Because you can see it is dwindling a little bit because of the amount that we're using for steel. So it's always a case of needing more. Not catch up with itself. So let's see, is this maxed through? Not quite, but this could definitely use the upgrades, because as you can see here, that throughput's not getting completely over there, which is I think because of the coal here as well. Probably a good part of that. Let's get these guys smelting some more. So much to do. So much to do. Alright. Have those crafting. Place 2 more. Stop that for a minute actually. Have those craft after I craft my other pieces. So basically I can have this set up running through, and I'm going to need more iron ore to come in so that this will split off into 2 full belts. I don't know if I'm going to get 2 full belts out of this whole iron setup, but I'll do my best to see how close I can get to the 2 full belts. Nevertheless, let's As you can see here, it is pretty condensed, and it's only stopping here because this isn't smelting through it fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if the yellow belt can actually make it all the way down. I think it's only going to make it down to 8, if I recall. Which would be right here. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember all the ratios for that. Nevertheless, we're going to add more. There we go. Can't place there, and there's nothing, it wouldn't grab anything anyway. So that would be the next spot. And we can have one more line on the bottom here. So I'll get around the stone. Still got several thousand pieces of stone still in that section. Grab that. And let's see here. Let's look at the max amount of iron that we can pull at a time from here. 2, maybe 3 more miners can fit here. Need more iron. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I can probably cut off this bottom line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can take apart this section here as well. Now it's going up there, so what I can do is split here. Take this away. Underground here. And belt, please. Thank you. Now it'll be for the plastic over there. Get rid of these sections here. Place these down. Sure thing. One more here. Just need some steel. And inserters. Nope, didn't set up all that yet then. Place that down. We need more inserters in a minute. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? It's fantastic. Should be able to remove all the coal off this section now. Should I remove the whole section? 2. Yeah, it's fine. I can tear this all down now. Coal will no longer be needed here. Okay, let's come down. And there. Straight down here. You can hand put in coal for now in these locations until it comes to a point where until I replace them. Sorry, I was thinking, but I was also trying to get that done. But yeah, so that works. That should be plenty of throughput now. I don't know if we'll be able to keep up with our current setup, but that's fine. Not being able to keep up with actual ore input should be perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. And I'm going to need to do underground here. Here. It's all focusing on the top line. Because of how it's set up, only these two are actually pushing to the bottom. I don't need all those, do I? No, I don't. It should be 1 to 1. Because this is only ore, not steel. I don't need all of these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them all up. It was fun while it lasted, but I don't need all these guys. Completely unnecessary. Just a waste of energy at that point. But that is outputting nicely. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, even though I've only been working on this for a short while, it seems that 20 minutes have already passed again. Man, I feel like 20 minutes is just feels so short. You know, I'm working and working and working, but just, I don't know. I feel like I don't get nearly as much done, but that's because I'm so used to having such longer videos. 2, 3, 4, 5, I need one more. So just a little copper. There, so that's going to be enough. They're all going to be electric furnaces now. I just don't know how much is going to be produced. So when we come back on the next episode, I'll go ahead and place these down in between episodes, and we'll come back and get maybe some trains going. Yeah, trains. We got 52 engines. Look at that. That worked wonderfully. Get some trains set up. Get some rails going. Alright, so this is for now. This is ACryInShame, part of the Long Journey of our team. Saying so long, everyone. Hey, if you like that video, go ahead and check out these other videos showing up on your screen now. Or click on the center button right there to subscribe to us. Otherwise, you can always check out our Patreon page and see if you'd like to help us out by supporting us through Patreon. Otherwise, like I said, so long guys.